Imagine logging onto the internet one ordinary night, only to witness the moment when reality blurred with spectacle, when the unthinkable happened. A YouTuber knocking out a seasoned MMA veteran in under 2 minutes, and not just any YouTuber, but Jake Paul, the controversial, loud, meme-generating internet disruptor who stepped into the boxing world with bold claims and explosive confidence. The fight between Jake Paul and Ben Askren wasn't just a match, it was an internet-breaking cultural earthquake, and whether you watched it live or just saw the memes that followed, you couldn't escape the shockwave. This wasn't just about two men in a ring, it was about clashing worlds, legacy versus fame, discipline versus disruption, grit versus virality. Ben Askren, a two-time NCAA wrestling champion and former Bellator and ONE FC welterweight champion, known for his grappling dominance and unshakable composure, entered the ring not with the elegance of a boxer but with the calm of a competitor who had faced fire many times before. On the other side stood Jake Paul, clad in confidence and controversy, boasting knockout wins against fellow influencers and vowing to dismantle anyone who questioned his legitimacy. As the crowd held its breath, the bell rang, and what happened next stunned millions. Askren, who had battled elite fighters in blood-stained cages, was dropped by a single thunderous right hand, crashing to the canvas in a moment that would be replayed, memed, mocked, and analyzed endlessly. Was it skill? Was it timing? Was it a fluke? The internet exploded. From Twitter meltdowns to reaction videos hitting millions of views overnight, everyone had an opinion, and suddenly, Jake Paul wasn't just a joke, he was the talk of combat sports. Pundits debated the legitimacy, fighters weighed in with outrage and awe, and fans felt the ground shift beneath their feet. Had boxing become entertainment first, sport second? But beyond the memes and headlines, something deeper unfolded. This fight wasn't just a viral clip, it was a mirror to our era where social media, spectacle, and branding collide to create a new kind of legend. Jake Paul didn't just knock out Ben Askren, he shattered a barrier, proving that influence could punch through traditional sports hierarchies, that the ring was no longer just for those who climbed through amateur ranks but also for those who mastered the algorithm. For Ben Askren, the loss became both a meme and a martyrdom, a symbol of the risk that comes with stepping into a world governed not by rules but by views. And for Jake, it was fuel. He doubled down, called out bigger names, sold out arenas, and pushed the envelope of what boxing could be in the age of clicks and clout. Critics claimed the match was rigged, that Askren didn't train hard enough, that boxing was being disrespected. But the numbers told a different story. Massive pay-per-view buys, global headlines, and a generation of new fans suddenly obsessed with the sweet science. Even those who hated Jake couldn't look away. And that, perhaps, was his greatest weapon. The build-up to the fight was as chaotic as the moment itself. Press conferences that felt like WWE promos, training montages cut for TikTok, and a narrative engineered to provoke, divide, and thrill. It wasn't just marketing, it was storytelling, and every jab, smirk, and insult was part of the script that hooked millions. Askren, ever the professional, played his part, smiling through the madness, but deep down, many wondered, had he underestimated his opponent, or had he walked into a trap where the rules of engagement were no longer based on merit but on momentum? When the fight ended, and Askren walked out smiling despite the defeat, it raised eyebrows. Was it just a payday for him, or was he silently acknowledging the dawn of a new combat era where tradition bows to traction? In the weeks that followed, the internet did what it does best. It dissected, debated, dragged, and deified. Analysts broke down the punch frame by frame, calling it lucky, clean, or choreographed. Fans created parody videos, remixed the knockout with dramatic music, and turned the moment into digital folklore. But behind the noise was a question that still lingers today. Did Jake Paul actually prove something that night? He wasn't just another celebrity stepping into a sport, he was forcing boxing, and its gatekeepers, to confront a new age where eyes, engagement, and entertainment drive legitimacy. Jake's victory over Askren wasn't just a win on paper. It was a tectonic shift, challenging what it means to earn respect in the ring. It sparked new rivalries, opened doors for influencer boxing leagues, and made every fighter with a YouTube following rethink their career path. Suddenly, the sport's future felt unpredictable, volatile, thrilling, much like the internet itself. And that is what makes the Askren vs. Paul fight immortal. Whether you believe it was real, rigged, or ridiculous, It changed something fundamental in the DNA of combat sports. It became a viral legend, a symbol of how the digital age doesn't just document history, it creates it. And if you missed it, you missed a moment when sports, culture, and chaos collided under bright lights, in front of millions, with one perfectly timed punch that echoed far beyond the ropes. You missed not just a fight, you missed a chapter in the evolution of modern fame, a clash of credibility versus clicks, and a wake-up call to every traditionalist who thought the sport belonged only to the old guard. Because that night, in less than 2 minutes, a YouTuber didn't just knock out a fighter, he knocked down the walls between legacy and virality, and the internet may never recover.